this 13th session of Spark. So this is a kind of celebrating our success for last 1 year, and we are also blessed with the presence of Mr. Hegde as the speaker for this session. So now actually 1 year back when we were discussing, we thought most of our people are retiring and post 60, and most of them go to their club and spend their time, play cards or have a go to the bar and things like that. So I said we'll do something different. So we thought we'll meet every month and try to understand what we can do to society. See, doing to society, many people think giving some charity or giving some food to the needy or something like that will be considered as charity. I said we'll do something which we are capable of as engineers, because we have been together from UBC days, last 45 years. So let us do something. But before we do, let us meet every month and socialize and learn things which we are not aware of. So that's how we started. So we have completed 1 year, and we named it as Spark because Spark stands for Social Progress and Action through Responsible Knowledge. So we start learning the knowledges. So when we said EIT AB Spark, EIT AB stands for our batch of starting engineering. This was our code for our batch when we joined engineering. So E means engineering, 80 is year 80, A is UEC, B is mechanical. So that's how we started. So we named it as that. We wanted all our classmates, but then we thought we should have people with diverse interest and common interest who can come together. So we have many people now with high skills and high responsibilities and high knowledge. They've all joined together to this group, so it's very good. So as we look back after 1 year, we are now more richer in terms of knowledge, friendship, socializing, and new energy and all that. So I'm going to take you through some of the things what we have done for last 1 year. A quick video, and you will see that we had diverse subjects, starting from Professor Jaisim, starting with Panchabhutas and architecture, to Samskrita, Susamskrita and Samskruti by a Sanskrit professor, creativity using Hindi old songs by Professor Shekhar, well known in IIM for this subject on creativity. We had lake conservation by Guru Nandan Rao, and how to get our river water back in our taps by Gopal Namle. So we had various diverse subjects as you see the whole video. So we have really benefited a lot, and I should be thankful to all the distinguished speakers who have come all the way and addressed us and given us a wonderful experience. Okay? So let me just show you two simple videos. The first one, our Dayanand, Dr. Dayanand is a double doctorate in composites. Okay, so he is an Indian very well known scientist. In fact, his specialty is when Israel was attacked by Hamas by over bikes. He said he has designed along with his boss, Dr. Pai, in 2008 or 9, and only 2 of them on the whole bike. Okay, and he requested this boss. So I want to see his house is in a prominent location just next to Navrat, and it's not like this. It's a very big building which you can see from 2,000 feet also. So he said, I want to see my house. So he said, don't worry, when you are asking, I'll help you. So they went through this house, they saw the house, and then they added in there. So he has done all this. So we are going to have a lecture by Dr. Pai along with Dayanand in November on the hover bike experience, which is the future of urban transport, if I can say. Okay, so Dayanand is also a poet. He has written a lot of scientific articles in Kannada, and he is a most sought after author for writing about solar system and all this. So he is now writing on, he was writing on why Guru is called Guru in Sanskrit. Okay? Guru Graha. Guru Graha is called Guru in our Sanskrit. So what is the importance of Guru? How Guru will attract and why Jupiter will attract. Okay, so he has written a beautiful book on that, and he is also good in, those who are good in Kannada will be good in English also. Most of the professors who are well-known Gnanapita awardees, they were all English professors in Bangalore City. So he has written, why I am saying is, he has written a short poem about 12 lectures we had. So I am going to display that first to give you an idea as to what all lectures we had about that. Then we also collected some feedback from the speakers themselves about Spark. So I am going to play that. That will take all this will take about 15 minutes.
In English, ode refers to a lyrical poem, typically one in the form of an address to a particular subject, written in varied or irregular meter. Here, I have tried to write an ode to the lecture activities of Spark in the last 1 year. It is titled as An Ode to a Spark Year. September 24 saw the Jaisim spark in architectural wonder. October 24 saw the Susamskriti served by Mattur Chandrasekhar. November 24, a brilliant confluence of science and art, a Shaker classic rendered. December 24, bow with the veteran colonel to unsung war heroes with utmost patriotic fervor. January 25, blend the divine yoga gift into Indian science, Omkar. February 25, admire with Devendra the shades of mystic white at the pole. March 25, Subiksha care for the Bengaluru avian and reptile life. April 25, sing and glorify the Mridangam drum, Siddhartha Bhatt. May 25, Hemant unlocks Siribhuvalaya, an ancient treasure. June 25, Gopal relates to the sweetest drink ever made. July 25, demystify the travails and adventures of a super cop by Guru Prasad himself. August 25, our life, our lake, save them for God's sake, Guru Nandan.
Venkat of Silent Valley is a spark that ignites all imagination, innovation in the world of human life. Venkat has initiated very imaginative future for youngsters beyond what I would call the basic fundamentals of human life. When he ignites spirits, it creates fusion between space and technology. He is also a master of art that gives clarity, that gives communication, and then arouses the sparking interest of many individuals who gather around him to gain more knowledge from the information that he gives. And once that wisdom comes, it is very rarely forgetting. What really happens is the engine comes to life. And once engine comes to life, the energy in it takes you to journeys that spark takes you on. It sparks your life. Lighting, the senses, the voices, the touch behaviors make life very fascinating for those who have been with him over decades. I've known him for decades. He's always been a phenomenal initiator to spirit my creative architectural philosophy into reality. Namaskars to any of you. I would advise very, very humbly that he is a great person to dialogue with. Namaskar.
ವೆಂಕಟರಾಮನ್, ಎಂಥ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿಸಿ ಎಂಥ ಅದ್ಭುತ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಈ 1 ವರ್ಷದಿಂದ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಿ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನೇನು ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ವಿಚಾರಗಳಿವೆಯೋ, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ವೇದ ಉಪನಿಷತ್ತುಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ, ಅಥವಾ CA ಮಾಡಿರುವಂಥದ್ದಾಗಲಿ, ಅಥವಾ ಏನು ದೇಶಕ್ಕೆ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದೋ ಆ ಎಲ್ಲದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ತುಂಬ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ವಿಚಾರ. ಅದು ನನ್ನಂಥವ್ರನ್ನ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿಗಳ ಮುಂದೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಯನ್ನು ನೀವು ಮಾತಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದು ನಂಗೆ ತುಂಬ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಯಿತು. ಅವತ್ತಿನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ಮನಸ್ಸಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಎಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರೀತಿಯಿಂದ ಕೇಳಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ. ಹೀಗೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರಲಿ, ವರ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ 2 ಸಲ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಿಧವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಮುಖಗಳು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಪರಿಚಯವಾಗಬೇಕು. ಆಗಲೇ ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಜೀವನ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನೂ ಕೂಡ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಂಡಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ದೊಡ್ಡ ಆನೆ ಇದೆ, ಆನೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಕಿವಿಯೇ ಆನೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ, ಕಾಲೇ ಆನೆ ಅಂತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ ಆನೆಯನ್ನು ನೋಡಿದಾಗ ಏನೋ ಒಂದು ಸೌಂದರ್ಯದ ಒಂದು ಮನಸ್ಸಿಗೆ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ನೀವು ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋದು ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೆಲಸಗಳು ಕೂಡ ಪೂರ್ಣವಾಗಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಬಹಳ ಮುಖ್ಯವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹದ್ದು. ಮನುಷ್ಯನಿಗೆ ಜೀವನ ನಾನಾ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂಥ ಕಷ್ಟ ಪರಂಪರೆಯೂ ಇದೆ, ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದು ಕೂಡ ಇದೆ. ಆದರೆ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಒಳ್ಳೆಯದನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಅಪಾರೇ ಸಂಸಾರೇ ದ್ವೇ ಫಲೇ ಹ್ಯಮೃತೋಪಮೆ. ಈ ಅಪಾರವಾದ ಸಂಸಾರದಲ್ಲಿ 2 ಇದು ವಿಷ ವೃಕ್ಷ. ಈ ಸಂಸಾರ ಅನ್ನುವಂತಹ ವಿಷ ವೃಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ 2 ಒಳ್ಳೆಯ ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳಂತೆ. ಈ ಸಂಸಾರ ಅನ್ನುವಂಥದ್ದು ವಿಷದಿಂದ ತುಂಬಿದೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾನಾ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ರಾಜಕೀಯ, ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಆರ್ಥಿಕ, ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ರೋಗ ರುಜಿನಗಳೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಸೇರ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬಂದಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಸಂಸಾರ ವಿಷ ವೃಕ್ಷಸ್ಯ ದ್ವೇ ಫಲೆ ಹಿ ಅಮೃತೋಪಮೆ. 2 ಅಮೃತ ಸಮವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಹಣ್ಣುಗಳು ಈ ವಿಷ ಸಂಸಾರ ವೃಕ್ಷಕ್ಕೆ. ಯಾವುದಪ್ಪ? ಒಂದು ಕಾವ್ಯಾಮೃತ ರಸಾಸ್ವಾದ. ಒಳ್ಳೊಳ್ಳೆಯ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬುಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಚಾರವಾಗಲಿ, ಕಾಮರ್ಸ್ ಆಗಲಿ, ನಮ್ಮ ಬೇರೆ ಆಧ್ಯಾತ್ಮಿಕವಾಗಲಿ, ಸಂಸ್ಕೃತಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಪಟ್ಟದಾಗಲಿ, ರಾಮಾಯಣ ಮಹಾಭಾರತವಾಗಲಿ, ಈ ಕಾವ್ಯಗಳನ್ನು ಪರಿಚಯ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಂಡು ಓದ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು, ಅದನ್ನು ಸಂತೋಷ ಪಡೋದು, ಆ ಹಾದಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯೋದಿದೆಯಲ್ಲ, ತುಂಬ ಮೂಲ್ಯವಾದದ್ದು. ಕಾವ್ಯಾಮೃತ ರಸಾಸ್ವಾದ, ಆ ರಸವನ್ನು ಆಸ್ವಾದನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ ಅನುಭವದಿಂದ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರೆ ನಮ್ಮ ಪೂರ್ವಿಕರ, ರಾಮಾಯಣ ವಾಲ್ಮೀಕಿ ಆಗಲಿ, ವೇದವ್ಯಾಸರಾಗಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಅದನ್ನು ಆಸ್ವಾದನೆ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಂಗಮ ಸುಜನೈ ಸಹ, ಸತ್ಪುರುಷರೊಡನೆ ಸಹವಾಸ ಮಾಡೋದು. ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ಇದ್ದಿಲ್ಲ, 1 ಗಂಟೆ ಸೇರ್ತಿರಲ್ಲ, ಎಷ್ಟು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದೆ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಬ್ಬೊಬ್ಬರು ಕೂಡ ನಿಮ್ಮ ರಂಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೇಲಕ್ಕೆ ಬಂದಿರುವಂತಹವರು. ಈ ರೀತಿ ಆದರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಂತೋಷವಾಗುತ್ತೆ. ನೀವು ನಡೆಸ್ತಾ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲಸ ತುಂಬಾ ಸ್ತುತ್ಯರ್ಯ. ಈ ಮುಂದಕ್ಕೂ ಕೂಡ ಹೀಗೆ ನಡೀತಾ ಇರಲಿ. ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರೆಲ್ಲ ಬರಲಿ, ಮಾತಾಡಲಿ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಕೂಡ ಭಾಗಾಗಿ ನಾವು ಕೂಡ ಒಂದು ಚೂರನ್ನ ಸ್ವೀಕಾರ ಮಾಡುವಂತೆ. ಹನಿಗೂಡಿ ಹಳ್ಳ ಅಂತ ಆ ರೀತಿ ಬಂದಾಗ ನಮ್ಮೆಲ್ಲ ಜೀವನ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ, ನೀವೆಲ್ಲ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸ್ನೇಹಿತರಿಗೂ ನಿಮಗೂ ಕೂಡ ನಮ್ಮ ತುಂಬಾ ಹೃದಯಂಗಮವಾದಂತಹ ಪ್ರತ್ಪೂರ್ವ ವಂದನೆಗಳು, ಅಭಿನಂದನೆಗಳು.
Which I used there, and I know it was fairly well received, and that is what made me feel good. But that is not the idea now. The organizing capability of Venkat came out so well during my talk, and also a few talks wherein I have attended myself. He's a very practical person, very creative. Is not very surprising to me because I have known him for a long time. At any time, if there is any problem, he comes out with a solution which can address the problem in a very quick manner. This is what I have always appreciated in Venkat. That apart, he gives a lot of value to the other person. I am talking to I have come for some of the speeches given by his other friends, and the topics he selects, rather the people whom he selects, they address very practical issues with respect to our city, Bangalore, and he is very keen on that, and which is what I admire in his approach. It is not theory, or it is not something which is just very frivolously saying something. Many a time it must have a practical significance to the city itself. Like for example, the last time, which I was not able to attend for a different reason, the person whom he had invited was a person who looked into the lakes of this city that have either gone extinct or that are not doing well. How to go about doing something for that. That was the basic topic. It was very relevant to our city. He has finished about a year or so of this particular, if I'm not wrong, let us call it the Spark. That is essentially the organization which that's an organization in fact. So 1 year of maybe about say 10 or more than 10 lectures he has held. And I appreciate the perseverance that he has shown and taking the whole thing forward till now. And I really wish him that it goes on further and further, and it never stops.
Namaskar. Spark is a knowledge sharing initiative nurtured by a core group of professional mechanical engineers of the 1980-85 batch of the University Visvesvaraya College of Engineering at Bangalore. Spark is centered on the lifelong learning idea going beyond the digital or printed published materials into realms of practical, skill-based knowledge acquired over decades, sharing real-life experience. The design of this knowledge initiative has taken care of logistics like locational accessibility to the venue, comfortable low-noise lecture hall, and homogeneity of the audience, primarily drawn from the 1980 UVC alumni. It is conducted without costs to the listener. My impression about this unique initiative is that the audience is hyper attentive, going back to their classroom days and questioning the speakers without the inhibitions of the college days or our society in general, where questioning has been traditionally interpreted as disrespectful attitude, leg pulling, head weight, and whatnot. Deep, serious interactions have a bilateral influence on the listeners as well as the speaker in the form of awakening into new realms of knowledge and possibilities. Mere reading out material from a file does not call for attending the lecture. Interactions and questioning is therefore an icebreaker or corkscrew to the hidden knowledge base in the mind of the speaker. Listening to the experience is a tacit knowledge base not available in the active knowledge bases, and this is the best benefit of Spark, bringing to its listeners implied unstated knowledge gathered from multiple layers of practice. It unravels the cursory of why of things and resolves or deciphers the disentangled or scrambled knowledge which long lay dormant in the minds of the listeners. I pray Spark continues for many more years. Thank you. Namaskar.
Namaste, all the folks and friends at SPARK Spark. Seniors practicing acts of relevance and kindness. That's how I see your SPARK Spark. You are doing wonderful, great post-retirement activities. You have created a good ecosystem for all to follow. You have created a great ambience for post-retirement fun and knowledge. Wish you very, very happy anniversary. Great luck. Namaste.
This is Suviksha from Arc Wildlife Rescue, and congratulations to Spark for completing 1 year. It was absolutely wonderful to meet each of you that evening, and that was definitely a session filled with inspiring and meaningful conversations that will always be close to our hearts. The highlight, though, was the walk through Mr. Venkat's vibrant terrace garden. It truly showed us what we can do if we simply choose to care. So thank you so much for hosting us, and we look forward to staying connected and learning from each other. Good luck.
I am glad Spark completed 1 full year successfully. My talk on war experiences was very well received by the matured audience. Venkat made YouTube of my talk, and this reached all my relatives and friends who came to know about my achievements for the first time. Thanks to the Spark and Venkat for this. As we all know that the best technology gets developed in defense for the war. I am glad that many of the Spark members, including Venkat, have worked in leading defense and related technological departments, and it was a great feeling to deliver on my front-end war experience as an engineer. I am amazed at Venkat. He is an engineer who worked in leading engineering establishment, then moved to education and did exceptionally well. He developed a eco-friendly resort which won award from Terry. The author of international bestseller. He has been serving in LCA and ISRO projects for the last 30 years. He did highly innovative tourism development work as president of KTF. He has trained more than lakh of professionals. Last but not the least is Terence Gordon. He is a living example of his excellence in whatever he does. Add spark to this. I am sure under his able guidance, Spark will do extremely well. I wish Spark all the best.
Namaste, my name is Gurunandan Rao. I was a part of the Spark initiative by Venkatraman sir at eVikas last month, that is in the month of August. It was an absolute pleasure to be there, showcase the work that we have done, also tell the world about the various innovative technologies that we have applied in some of our works. If that is one part of it, it is also Venkatraman sir who has put a lot of Medhavis in a room who know the subject, who are really good at what they do, and they support you so much so that we are inspired to do more. Thank you so much Venkatraman sir for having this Spark. What a beautiful name you have kept for the Spark. Even though Spark is more than enough to change the society around us and bring people together. Thank you so much.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಸ್ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಬಳಗವು ಕಳೆದ ಹಲವು ತಿಂಗಳುಗಳಿಂದ ತನ್ನ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗಾಗಿ ಕೆಲವು ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳನ್ನು ಕರೆಸಿ ಅವರಿಂದ ಸದಸ್ಯರಿಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟವಾಗುವ ವಿಷಯಗಳ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಗಳನ್ನು ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸುವುದಲ್ಲದೆ ಉಪನ್ಯಾಸಗಳ ನಂತರ ಪ್ರಶ್ನೋತ್ತರಗಳನ್ನು ಕೂಡ ನಡೆಸುತ್ತಾ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಗುಂಪಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಬ್ಬರೂ ಹೊಸದಾಗಿ ಏನನ್ನಾದರೂ ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ ಬಂದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸ್ಪಾರ್ಕ್ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ 12 ಜನರ ಭಾಷಣಗಳನ್ನು ಇದುವರೆಗೆ ಏರ್ಪಡಿಸಿದ್ದು ಇವೆಲ್ಲವೂ ಮೌಲಿಕವಾಗಿವೆ ಎಂದು ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದು ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ರಮೇಶ್ ಅಜ್ಜಂಪುರ ಅವರು ನನ್ನನ್ನು ತಮ್ಮ ಸದಸ್ಯರ ಜತೆ ಕಲಿಯಲು ಕರೆದಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಬಹಳ ಸಂತಸವಾಗಿತ್ತು. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆಯ ಸದಸ್ಯರೆಲ್ಲರೂ ವೈಯಕ್ತಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹಾಗೂ ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕವಾಗಿ ಹಿರಿಯ ಸ್ಥಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದು ತಮ್ಮ ತಮ್ಮ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿಯೇ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಹೆಸರನ್ನು ಗಳಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಇಂತಹ ನುರಿತ ಜನರ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಕಲಿಯುವುದಲ್ಲದೆ ನನಗೆ ತಿಳಿದಿರುವ ಕೆಲವು ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನು ಅವರ ಜೊತೆ ಹಂಚಿಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದು ನನಗೆ ಸಂತಸ ತಂದಿದೆ. ಈ ಸಂಸ್ಥೆ ಇನ್ನಷ್ಟು ಬೆಳೆಯಲಿ ಎಂದು ನಾನು ಉದ್ದೇಶಿಸುತ್ತೇನೆ. ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ.